Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise. Chip is around. I'm sure you'll see him at some point. It feels like we're always on an emotional roller coaster on my channel at the moment. We have really happy times and really sad, and it's all in between. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. I feel it's gonna be okay, so don't get worried yet. Don't get too worried yet. Okay, so Chip update. Okay, so if you're new here, let me just give you a quick... I'm not going to go into all the details. There's a video. You go back, you'll see. He's coming in. I knew he wouldn't be long. There's something about the camera. He likes it as well. You coming up? Yeah. So here's Chip. See, he's okay. Sort of. Okay, so for people that don't know what's going on. So basically, Chip's brother passed August. And the day after I picked up his ashes, Chip had an episode. And he was diagnosed with a grade 4 heart murmur, which for dogs they're graded in 6, so it's a severe heart murmur. He has a leaky valve to the heart and water on the lungs, so he's on medication. Everything's been fine. No more episodes, everything's been fine. Chips was recently, I would say in the past couple of weeks, he's been doing like this coughing, gagging thing, like he's got something in his throat. Only occasionally, sneezing, so or maybe he's got a cold or something. Wasn't worried. Normally I get a gut instinct about something. So anyway, went for a walk with Chip on Saturday. Corey came with us, and past dog like we normally do. He always, like when we get close to a dog, because we always walk on cycle track side, so there's, you know, the pavement and the cycle track. We always cross a lot on the opposite side of the cycle track, because Chip always reacts to dogs, cats and stuff like that, so he will pull a bit, so we make sure because he has a 6, so I'm going to be all over the place a little bit. He has an extendable lead because his sight and hearing is deteriorating as well, because he's old. He's 15 very soon. So we lock the extendable lead so he can't go close. He usually, like, you know, pulls and barks a little bit, and that's fine, and that's it. He has been pulling and barking and doing that, and then doing this coughing thing, and that just thought it was where he's getting overexcited or something. So Saturday he did that. He pulled, didn't bark much, carried on walking a little bit, and he started gagging and coughing and sneezing and stuff. He got overexcited, we assumed, and was just trying to calm him down, and then he went down. So what the vet said is, even if he saw it, he wouldn't know for sure whether he was having a fit or whether he's fainted. But we think he's fainted because of the heart condition. The way he explained it is that because of the leaky valve, the blood doesn't circulate around it. When he gets worked up, his blood doesn't circulate around his body quick enough. So temporarily, you know, literally, this all happens in seconds. His brain doesn't get the oxygen it needs, which means that he would faint. So he basically went completely stiff, fell off to the side. I just have this image. He had his mouth open and his tongue was out, and he made, it's always two horrible noises. I don't know whether he's in pain or he's just distressed because he has no control of his limbs and he doesn't know what's going on. This is all just harder right now, because to me, my first thought is that means that things are deteriorating. With the tablets, we're not going to make him better. We're just trying to keep him level, not him get worse. So I'm probably overreacting. It's going to happen, as you know if you've been here for a while. I haven't dealt with Dal, and Chip's my focus, so Dal's in a box in my head and Chip's my focus. So, you know, I'm going to be emotional. I'm not going to cut all of this out, because as I'm always saying, this is real life, and, you know, I know a lot of you have gone through this as well, and a lot of you will go through this. So I'm hoping that by telling you symptoms and things of what's going on with Chip, maybe you will see something with your pet that you maybe wouldn't think was anything, and you get it checked out just to make sure everything's fine. So he went down, he made the noises and everything. He just took a little bit longer to get up than he has with the other ones, which concerned me a little bit. You know, we reassured him and everything, and then Corey picked him up, and then he has a very dazed look, and he doesn't want to move or anything, which is very like normal. If anybody's ever seen a human being have a fit, it exhausts the body, so we expected that. So we started walking home. Corey carried him. At one point he sort of did that wriggle like he wants to get down, so we put him down, but he wouldn't walk at all. He just stood still. I think he was frightened to walk, or he couldn't walk. I don't honestly know. Bear with me. Where was I? So yeah, he wouldn't walk, so we carried him home. Tried to get hold of the vets. It was Saturday and they weren't answering because they're busy. We sort of we say a lot of we sort of know what it is about and stuff. So obviously our first thought is, okay, we need to see a vet. So we wanted to see Chip's vet because Chip, like, he knows Chip. He explains everything extremely well. He's very like we are with, like, you know, don't just want to shove some medication down him unless it's necessary. We want to cover all the bases, things like that. I'm just very comfortable with him. He wasn't in till Tuesday, so I made an appointment 11:20 on Tuesday. And obviously just the usual, you know, watching Chip, making sure he's okay, keeping an eye on his breathing. I do have to put, I've got an app on my phone where I chart his breaths when he's asleep. That's really good for the vets to have that, especially with heart conditions. So like they can get information as you go along that's very relevant. So was doing all that. Went to work Monday as usual, come home, let Chip out for a wee. He wanted to go for a wee, and then I heard he's coughing and gagging, but didn't think much of it because he has been having that, like if he's sick and he's just got a bit of a cough or something. And then I heard those noises again, the noises that he makes when he's down. It's the same noises. So I got up straight away, ran into the garden, and he was down. That freaked me out more because every time it's ever happened, he's always been, sorry if I'm talking funny, I've actually got a painful jaw. He's always been overexcited, you know, with a cat or a dog or something. He just went in the garden for a wee. He wasn't overexcited. That shouldn't have happened, so it freaked me out. I got straight on the phone to the vet and got an afternoon appointment. We couldn't see Chip's vet clearly because he wasn't in that day. I don't know. The vet was very much, I don't know how to explain it. He straight away didn't, when I first went in, I said, like, do you know his history type thing? He said, his first thing he said to me, which freaked me out just hearing it, was, yes, he's got very severe heart conditions. That freaked me out because I know a heart condition is severe anyway. Like, just having a heart condition, severe is the wrong word, is just bad anyway. Like, I'm aware of that. But for a vet to say it in that way, yeah, that wasn't a good way of putting things to start off the conversation. Explained everything that's going on. See, he didn't, I don't feel like he even thought that this was anything to do with his heart or his breathing or anything. He didn't, I don't know how to explain it. He's the vet that I saw when everything happened with Dal. He put down steroids. And he gave Chip a steroid injection. Basically, he listened to his heart, but even that wasn't done in a. I don't know. You vibe, don't you, with different people? And I didn't vibe with him in the same way as I vibe with Chip's vet. Chip will be able to stand on the table and I'll hold him, whatever, and the Chip's vet will just put like the stethoscope or whatever wherever he needs to listen, but he'll not make it a big deal that he wants to hold Chip or anything. As long as he can hear what he needs to hear, he understands that, you know, it's traumatic for a lot of pets going to the vets. They don't like it, so if they're, you know, with their owner, they're going to be more relaxed anyway. This vet just wanted to be holding Chip, which distressed him straight away because he's been taken away. He took an awful long time didn't really talk to us much. Then he said he wanted to agitate his throat to get him to cough, which was weird to me because that's what caused it. But he didn't get what he wanted from that. Sort of, he said he wanted to take his temperature, but he didn't really try that hard. We could have, but he just, I don't know. I can't explain it. It didn't vibe very well. Anyway, he said he thinks he's got another condition. He thinks he's got some sort of inflammation in the throat or something. I don't know where he came up from that because he didn't explain anything very well. He gave Chip a steroid injection and said if he doesn't get better, bring him back Wednesday. He stopped gagging and he still sneezes, so I don't know if he's got a cold or something. But he stopped gagging and he seemed fine. We took him out. I took him out for a walk on Tuesday. I actually didn't see any dogs on the walk. How typical is that? Wednesday, took Chip out. We literally just got across the road and I saw a cat down the turning we was going, but the cat legged it. So I thought, that's fine. Me and Chip started walking down, and then Chip must have got a whiff of the cat, legged it on to the full extent of the lead, started coughing and gagging, so I'm sort of running a little bit to catch up with him. I saw Chip, see, he had another episode, but it was different. So he took 3 steps. They were slower, and he was twisting to the side because he was falling. So it was like he was trying to walk, but his body weren't going to take it. It all was in slow motion, and I managed to get down, and like he landed on me and I lowered him down because I thought he's going to go into what he usually does. I don't want to interfere if his body's going to go stiff, and that I don't want to move him in case I'm going to hurt him or anything like that. He didn't make any of the noises or anything, and he came up very, very quickly. Picked him up. He had the usual, like, he has like a blank stare, didn't want to move or anything, but we stood there probably for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then a lady walked past and Chip was quite interested, so I put him down and we went for a walk. He was fine. We went for his full walk. Some places he walked a bit slower, but his tail was up. He was, you know, did a little bit of a trot every now and again, so he was fine. We just stood for a little while. I held him for a while, and he wants to walk, so I mean, he seems okay now, but clearly I do, you know, stupid of me. I'm just going to have to keep it recording all the time. Walks are just such a high anxiety thing. I thought that we'd hit, you know, like the steroid injection was it, you know, magic fix I guess, but it doesn't seem so. He's got his, just in his own zone, doing his own thing like he usually does. Like I said, the tail's up, that's always a good sign. If he was sad, miserable, in pain, anything, tail wouldn't be up. And you know he always ignores me anyway, so that's nothing new. Sun is out, as you saw, so we're getting some vitamin D. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. I really need to get this caught on camera before we go back to the vet, because clearly we are going back to the vet. But he's still not doing the hacking and things in between, like he was doing a lot at home and he's not now. That was the first part, the hacking and coughing and everything that I've seen. Bear in mind we're only on Wednesday and he had the injection Monday. Okay, I'm going to pause it now, there's no dogs, and my hand is hurting a lot, so I will show you the footage from, no, I've got it, I just realised I got it wrong. The walk we went on the Tuesday, we did see a dog, because the vet said, this again doesn't make sense to me, so Chip's vet. Sorry, I told you it's all over the place. I should have recorded this yesterday, but I just couldn't do it. And I knew that I should have because it was more fresh in my mind. So, Chip's vet said if he'd witnessed what happened, the episode that happened, he said he probably wouldn't be able to tell you if it was a fit or if it was fainting, because he said from his experience, he's seen them and you can't tell the difference. But this other vet that we saw the other day said he wants me to record it happening, which, I mean, I'll record, but I'm not to the point where if I need to be comforting on doing something with Chip, then that's my priority, clearly. But I did record our walk on Tuesday, and I just remember, because I was going to tell you I've got some footage of going for a walk with Chip, and I remember saying that I'm doing this because I've just watched the footage yesterday, that I was doing it because I remember saying doctor instead of vet and thinking, oh, I got to edit that out if I do put that on YouTube. Yeah, I was impressed because we did see a dog. We actually saw this dog twice. We saw the dog, we'd done a loop, he was absolutely fine, I was excited about, and I remember having a deep breath thinking, okay, maybe we got past this bit. So it was like a sigh of relief or something, and we'd done a loop, and the dog was on the other side of the loop, and we kept stopping and waiting because I didn't want to pass him again, I just didn't want to push it. But this man kept walking, he was walking really slow, but he kept looking at us, like turning around and looking at us. And I thought he was going to go, but decided to stop and have a chat with somebody, and he was on our route, so we had to go past him again. That's the only reason I remember it. But you're going to see all this, because, like, if I'm putting this on YouTube anyway, I may as well put that footage. You like watching Chip go for a walk anyway. Good boy. Okay, calm down, Chip. Chip, calm down. Chip, stop it. Calm down. Calm down. I think I'm getting more stressed than he is. Okay? Come on. Okay, so it's the coughing and sneezing bit. If that gets too much, that's when he goes down. It's actually scary walking now. Still icy. Proper cold. It's pure ice. It's actually Thursday now, so we've had 3 episodes, 2, then a vet, then we've had 1 since. Chip seems fine. I mean, this is Chip, you've seen him, he goes to sleep all the time. We're actually going to get ready to go out very soon, so I'm going to record that again, because clearly, like, that 1 second I wasn't recording, because I recalled from a certain point where we're going to, like, the possibility of seeing dogs, and I was waiting, I was going to record then, and it happened before, so I'm going to record everything, so keep your fingers crossed for us. If anything happens, clearly I will put it in, or I will talk about it. I don't know if I should put it in. If I could get to record an episode, maybe. I don't think I will put it in because I think that's a bit distressing. But I will explain what's going on. At the moment, we're waiting for the vets to get back. Hopefully we'll have a vet appointment Saturday. I did say, because I don't know if he's working Saturday, it's just because he wasn't working Monday, it makes me think maybe he's working through to the Saturday and that's why he wasn't working Monday. I don't know. So hopefully we'll see him Saturday. If not, I've just said, like, whenever the next appointment is. So that's the update. I'm going through a lot right now. It's I know what it is. I know we're on borrowed time, but it's, you know, look, when things are okay, when you're going through every day okay, you just, it's easier to put it in the back of your brain. But when things are happening, you've got to face reality a little bit more, and I don't want to. But I know you're here for me, and I know you support me, and I guess you're my therapy to an extent as well, which isn't good because you're not therapists. But you know, I haven't told anybody at work. I don't have family to talk to, obviously, you know, Blossom and Corey. I messaged Scott to keep him updated on what's going on, and he's extremely supportive. He said, like, you know, I've got days off, or if you need any money for vets or whatever, just like, I'm here. And I appreciate it. He knows, because he, you know, we were together long enough, he knows what I'm like. So the fact that I can come on here and talk to you, even though, you know, I'm upset and stuff, you're extremely supportive, and I appreciate all of you. I hope that by doing this video, I mean, for a number of reasons, like, as you know, this is life, this is real life, this is what my channel's about. But it is also just, you may hear something that you can help me with, because sometimes you've told me about things that, oh, this happened with my dog, maybe it's that, and I can research it, and it helps. Like, that's how we dealt with Chip and his stomach issues the other year. Or maybe your pet's going through something and you're worried, and maybe you can hear something that will help you. So that's why I'm doing it. I don't know why I feel like I have to explain it every time. I feel like I have to explain everything, don't I? I don't know what they were. I don't know what that's about. We're all different, you know. Okay, I'm going to stop talking because I am actually rambling a lot. This is going to be quite a long video because most of it's relevant, even though it's all like mixed up. I'm hoping you can sort of figure the storyline. I'm trying to keep on top of just normal stuff as well. Chip's ready to go out. It is, oh yeah, it's 8 minutes to 3, so we would normally go out about 3ish. So I'm going to get all these layers on because it's really cold out there still, and we're going to go for a walk. So yeah, let's hope this one's a good one. Okay, so that was fine. The walk was fine. Obviously it's so traumatic going now. Like, I'm literally, it hurts me going, because I've got to be paying attention to everything. I've got to be recording in, because obviously that'd be important if I can get it. I'm going to show some footage to the vet of just like the coughing bit, so that he can have an idea. Like, when you explain something and see it, it's different, isn't it? So we've got a little bit that would help. You know, clearly I'm having to look, make sure I'm recording it, make sure I'm like keeping an eye on Chip, make sure he's fine. I'm having to look around to make like other dogs, and it's hard work. Okay, but you know, that's life, that's where we're at, that's what we've got to do. So yeah, I'm assuming that I've just put in the clips. I don't know how, I've got to edit all this. I've got a lot of footage from a lot of different sources, so you would have seen by now, I'm assuming, 2 walks. The first one would have been straight after Chip had, like the following day after he had his injection on Tuesday. Today is Thursday, so we've just had the Thursday walk. Everything was good. He's reacting a bit more with the coughing and stuff again, which is the bit that we're concerned about, because that tends to be what causes the episode. I keep calling it episode because, like, if I say he faints, everyone's he's just fainting, it's nothing, but it is. Like, if you see it, if you witness it, it's traumatic. It's not just for me, it's traumatic for Chip as well. So yeah, he's just eaten, literally just finished eating his turkey, and I just recorded it as well, so I will show you that now. We're back from the walk and we're giving Chip his tablet. So as you can see, I literally put it in just enough that he's going to eat them. And yes, to anyone that asked, he can have turkey. This is going to also have some turkey juices over it. He's not going to have veggies in this one, but this is a small amount. I'll give him a bit later on, because I think, honestly, he has slight dementia or something, and he doesn't realise he's eaten because he goes nuts for it. But look, see, this is like his favourite spot. He knows there's some turkey. Let's see if we can trick him. We don't always manage it. Sometimes it will come out. Good boy. Do you want to back up on here so you're not going to fall off? He has a habit. He does have a habit of falling off. But see, it's not even in there enough. I just want to put it on it, not in it. Because I want it to get into his stomach quickly. Oh, he's not a bit then. Look. He thinks he's going to be clever. He is going to be clever, I think. Yeah. No. Sometimes that happens. This is why I hand feed him now with this. That one came out too. It's because I'm recording. That's what I'm going with. It's a disaster because I'm recording. It's not. It happens anyway. That was a big bit. It was a big bit, Chip, wasn't it? Only come out. Okay, I'm going to do this off camera now because this is a disaster. I've got one in him. I've got 3 to go. There you go, eating his turkey. He's got some turkey juices on that as well, and a little bit of coconut oil. He does that with his head now because of the lack of teeth. He's got to get it in the right place in his mouth now. But he's not coming up air. So, anybody giving them turkey? You can give them turkey as long as it's plain. Do not put any spices on it at all. No oils, no added anything. I don't give him skin, and he doesn't have any bones or anything along those lines. It's just the meat. Plain. Has to be plain. If you start putting spices in, you can make your dog extremely sick. So all's good in the world right now. Hey, Chip, he's so nice. We're ending on a good. You would have seen Chip eating, that's good. His walk wasn't too traumatic for him. I think he was quite calm. He did really well, didn't you, Chip? You're doing really well, aren't you? Oh, look, he's ready for a nap now. He's been up for a walk. He's had something to eat. He's ready for a nap. My little baby. You're so good. So we're all good. I only get upset when I talk about it, or if I'm on a walk on my own. I do cry a lot on my walks with Chip. It's just one of them things. I'm not like this most of the time. Don't think that I'm like this most of the time. I'm not. It's just when you talk about things, it makes it more real, doesn't it? But I am okay. There's nothing anybody can do. I know you're going to put some lovely comments down below. But I am okay, honestly. It's reality hitting a little bit. You know, we're not level. Something's happened. We need to deal with it. But we will be having... He's tired. We will be having the vet appointment hopefully Saturday, maybe Monday. I'm not sure. I've not heard back from the vet yet. But they usually go through the emails later on in the day anyway. And I think it's just... Yeah, it's 4:25 and they don't shut till 6. So hopefully I'll get a message later on today. Pardon you? Did you burp? Yep, he did. You don't care. Yeah, so that's everything. You're updated. You know I will definitely keep you updated with everything. I know that you love him as much as I do. And so I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'm sorry for the emotional roller coaster again. I hope everybody is doing well. I am sending out good vibes as I always do, as good as I can send out right now. I hope some people are catching some. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Say bye-bye, Chippy Chip. Are you going to say goodbye? Say it, yeah? Good boy. Bye.